I'm getting ready for the biggest market I have of this season, the Strawberry Festival. I have a few weeks to prepare for this event, and Procolored sent out this P13 DTF printer for me to test out, and I'm going to be testing it out tonight to be making some tote bags that I'll be taking with me to this upcoming market. Now, we typically use a DTG printer to do all of our printing. However, I'm going to be using this DTF printer to help me prep some tote bags for this market. And I'm gonna show you guys how you can use a DTF printer all from home, in your front room, in your kitchen, or in a spare bedroom. And I'm gonna show you guys how this compact printer can make me some real profits. Before we dive into this video, let's go over what a DTF printer is. So DTF stands for direct to film, and it might be the best way for us to prep for a market. Unlike DTG, where you have to pre-treat a shirt, cure it, print it, and then cure it again, with DTF printing, all you have to do is print onto the DTF film, use a little bit of a DTF adhesive, cure it, and then heat press it onto a shirt, or actually anything. So with DTF printing, you don't have to use any pre-treat. You literally have no fabric restrictions. Unlike DTG printing, you can only print onto cotton t-shirts. However, with DTF printing, you can apply these DTF prints to any type of fabric. Polyester, cotton, canvas, or even nylon. That means that I can print bold prints, full color prints on black, on white, on any type of color. I can pretty much apply DTF transfers to anything that people want to buy at a market. So with DTF printing, it gives me flexibility and speed, and that's why I'm gonna be adding it to my workflow. Before I start printing and prepping for this market, let's go over some of the specs. So this printer is the Procolored P13. It's a 13-inch wide DTF printer built for small businesses and home creators. It's compact, it's quiet, and it's designed to print professional quality transfers without taking over your whole workspace. Now with these printers, they do use Epson XP600 print heads with 6 ink channels, so full CMYK plus 2 white channels for a bold underbrace. That means that my prints will pop on white and even black dark colors. It can print up to 720 by 1440 DPI, which is crazy sharp for a printer at this cost and at this size. And it's basically fast enough for what I need it for. Each full-size tote bag for me takes about 7 minutes to complete. That means from printing to pressing. It also has a built-in film cutter, white ink circulation, a waste ink alert system, and automatic maintenance modes to keep those nozzles clean. So we don't have to babysit it like we had to with our old converted DTF printers. Those printers were such a headache, but with this printer, it's so much easier and so much more manageable. I honestly wish that these type of printers were around when we first started getting into DTF printing around 4 years ago. I also love that it has a big top window, so I'm able to look down and see how the printer is performing and how it is printing. With my older printers, we had to lift up the top portion of the printer to be able to see what we were doing. But with this, it has a nice open window. And honestly, it's the little details like that that really make me love this printer. All right, so let's get into how to use this printer. So first step is you have to pick your design. I love to go shopping on Etsy to pick out a ton of different PNG types of files or images to be able to use with this printer. You can also design your own using Photoshop, PicMonkey, Canva. There's so many different programs that you can use to design your very own designs. Now for tote bags, when I create my design, I want to make sure that my design is no more than 11 inches by 11 inches. You want to make sure that that design fits perfectly on the tote bag, not too small, and obviously not too big. Now step 2, once you have your image uploaded to the software, you can start printing. Hit print from the RIP software, and in about 6 to 7 minutes, you will have a print ready. I mean a full size transfer. You can also queue up a few of your designs if you're batching out a bunch of designs, and you can just let it run as you prep for your next batch. Step number 3, you're gonna be using this DTF film powder. Once the image is done printing onto the DTF film, you will add this powder onto the film. You want to make sure that you coat it evenly and tap off any excess powder. And once you do that, you're ready to cure it. One nice thing about this Procolored printer, it also came as a bundle, and it came with a DTF dryer, or an oven, I should say. So it comes with a small DTF oven. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cure the DTF film, and it will melt down to a smooth adhesive, which is activated by using a heat press. But if you do not have one of these little ovens, you could also buy a little tiny oven off of Amazon. You can also hover your heat press over the DTF film to let the powder cure onto the design. But an oven honestly gives a better consistency. Now, step number 5, pressing. Once cured, I press the design onto the tote bag using a regular 15 by 15 heat press. You don't really need a big, huge heat press. For tote bags, a 15 by 15 will work perfectly. I press my DTF film onto the tote bags at 310 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 seconds, let it cool, peel it, and then press it again for another 5 seconds. And you definitely want to do that second press to really lock that design in. All right, so I think that's enough information for you guys. Let's get to printing and let's get to pressing. So before we start pressing these tote bags, let me show you some of the cute designs I'll be pressing tonight. So I am going to a strawberry festival, so of course a lot of these designs are going to have strawberries incorporated in them, because one of the main requirements for this market is to have some type of strawberry thing in your booth. So luckily I already have a ton of PNG designs that are strawberry themed, and I also did a little online shopping on Etsy and picked out a couple more new designs. And I'm also designing my very own 2 strawberry themed designs as well. So all of these designs too will also be listed on my website and in my Etsy shop. They're currently on vacation mode right now because I am doing a whole revamp. But these will be available very, very soon for you guys if you're interested. So our first design that we're going to be pressing is this one. This one says handpicked by God, and it has cute little strawberries on it. I really like this sign, so I had my husband print out 3 sheets of these. Now I do need to purchase more tote bags because I want to bring a lot of tote bags to this event. I also have this strawberries and coquette bow design. Now again, these are 11 by 11 designs. I don't do bigger than 11 by 11. These ones are so cute. These little 4 by 4 designs are really, really popular, and as you guys can see, there is the white underbase. This is going to help these designs pop on any type of color, white, black, any type of color. I did order more tote bags, and I got the regular natural color, but I also got black, pink, and like a light lavender as well for these upcoming markets. Here's another one of these designs. And then this was a really big popular design on my Etsy shop. So this market is taking place in a very not rural, but more country than where I'm from. So a lot of people have farms and other things like that. So of course I have to bring some country design type of designs to this market. This one says, I got a heart like a truck. And then these ones are some exclusive designs. that I made a long time ago. This one is grow at your own pace. I figured because this is a strawberry market, I thought like growing and gardening kind of themed designs would be really cute as well. This one says, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. Doing my very best. Sounds perfect. And then I also have, and then I also have this one. This one says, little things make big things happen. So we have a decent amount of DTF transfers now. Now I'm only heat pressing around 12 tote bags because I ordered more. They won't be here until Friday. Today's Wednesday. So on Friday I'll be able to print more DTF transfers and then heat press more tote bags. But for right now I just have these 12. So we'll just press these and on Friday we'll do more. All right, so let's head out to my garage. That's where we have our heat press. And again, a 15 by 15 heat press should work perfect for tote bags, possibly even smaller, depending on the design that is going to be going on your tote bag. But for us, a 15 by 15 works perfect. I believe the one that we have out in our garage is a 16 by 20, I want to say. I could be wrong, but our heat press out in the garage is a little bit bigger. So let's head out to the garage and let's press all of these. So we're out in my garage and I still have yet to give you guys a tour of my new, or newish, we moved everything from my front room out to the garage, but our new warehouse, our new workshop, I wish it was a warehouse, but our workshop, we're officially all out in our garage, except for our DTF printer and our laser engraver. Those are still in our front room, but besides that, all of our big machinery is out in our garage, which we're finally starting to get a little bit of our home back. We have our tote bag. I have a pressing pillow. I'm hoping that this one will be big enough. I'm a little nervous. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and heat press it first. And we'll do this, little things make big things happen. Now you can use tape if you like. I'm not going to use any tape, or at least we'll see if I need to use it or not. Wish me luck. Here we go. So I'm heat pressing it for 20 seconds. And I'm going to take this tote bag off, set it off to the side, let it cool before I pill it. And then once it's cooled and I heat pressed all the tote bags, I will then, here we go, it's going to pop up. I will then heat press them all again after I peel them. All right, first bag down. Hopefully I'm doing this right. In the past with other like DTF prints, sometimes I've had issues with them not completely sticking onto the garment, like the corners lifting up, something like that happening. So we'll see how I did on pressing these. I'm hoping I get these straight and even. I'm pretty much eyeballing them, but I probably should have some measuring tape out here or some type of ruler, but I'm just gonna eyeball it and we'll see once we're all done how well I did. Okay, another one down. Set that over there. All right, on to the next. I definitely think I should get a bigger pressing pillow. Doing my very best. I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. Once you get the hang of it, you can bust through these really quickly. I haven't really done DTF transfers in a while. I haven't done HTV in probably well over 2 years. So it's been a while for me. I guess I should also be lint rolling these, but that's all right, we'll be okay. All right, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. So this design, I feel like we printed just a little bit too big. Probably could have went down like a 1/2 inch. And when I do my designs on the tote bags, I try and do no more than 11 inches wide or 11 inches tall. So for example, if your design is like 3 inches wide, but 12 inches tall, it probably wouldn't work. It probably could work, but maybe like 14 inches tall. It probably won't fit on the tote bag. All right, I have one left, but I'm all out of tote bags, so that one will have to be pressed on Friday once the rest of the tote bags come in, and then I do plan on doing a couple more designs, and then I still have 2 exclusive designs that I'm working on right now. So I still have a bunch to heat press. So I know some of these were peeling up on the corners because of the pressing pillow isn't big enough, so it wasn't able to fully heat press the edges. All right, here is our first design. Right, here is this strawberries and bows one. So I'm noticing that I'm having the most issues with the peeling is at the top. So I'm thinking that this portion of the tote bag is not allowing the heat press to fully like press the DTF transfer evenly. There's this one. There's that one. Came out perfect. Now this one I was a little worried about right here. I noticed that I was peeling up. So cute. Okay, so I think this design is like my #1 favorite. All right, so now we're going to take them back over to my heat press, and this time we're going to use some butcher paper over the top of the design. And I think I did a pretty good job getting it even and centered. So we are officially done pressing all of the DTF transfers onto these tote bags. I feel like we're off to a good start with this market prep. We got a decent amount of tote bags completed. Now, if you're wondering how much to charge for tote bags, it really depends on the tote bag, what kind you get. They vary in price, so between $10 and $20. Typically, I do sell my tote bags at $10, but with these tote bags, I went for more of the premium tote bags that have the, I guess, webbed handles. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I went for the more expensive tote bags. These tote bags are about $2 a piece, so still very affordable. With the DTF transfer, depending on how big the design is, it can vary between $1 to $2. For this size design, it was about $1.50 for the DTF transfer. So you have $2 for the tote bag, $1.50 for the transfer. $3.50 is what it costs you to make this tote bag. And if you're selling them for 20 bucks, that is a good profit margin. And tote bags are typically my #1 sellers at markets, so I'm definitely going to be coming with a lot, considering that it's also a berry festival, so they're going to be doing a lot of shopping, buying fruits and things like that. So they're going to need to be able to hold everything that they're going to be purchasing at this festival, and tote bags always come in handy for customers when their hands are full and they're looking for a bag. And I just love how vibrant and colorful all the designs are. With DTF transfers, you really are able to print. You are able to print multicolor designs and not lose any of the color or anything like that. Now, if I were to DTG print this, this wouldn't look as clean as it would as a DTF transfer. Just because with the DTG printing on canvas, it's not going to be as vibrant as it would be on a t-shirt. Now, if I was printing this on a t-shirt, it would look exactly like this. But because this is a tote bag, it has a lot of grains in it, it's not going to be as vibrant with a DTG printer. And that's where a DTF printer comes in handy, because you're able to literally add any design to any type of material. Okay, so let's talk some numbers on how much I could potentially make selling tote bags using DTF transfers. So we know that the tote bags are $2 and the transfer is $1.50. So $3.50 is what it cost me for all the materials. And I'm going to be selling these bags for $20 a piece. So that's going to be around $16.50, $17 of pure profit. So I usually bring around 30 to 40 tote bags with me to markets, especially for an event like this. It's going to be a really big event. This is a yearly event, so there's going to be tons and tons of people. And if I just sell 20 of those tote bags, that's going to be $340 in profit. And that's with just bags. I plan on taking hats, t-shirts, my book sleeves, and so much more. So from just this one item, I have a potential to make around $300, $400. I could potentially print and press all of my items for my market within 1 to 2 days if I really needed to. That's how quick I'm able to use this DTF printer and press these designs onto whatever type of fabric or material. So my fingers are crossed that these tote bags sell really well. I still have some other designs that I need to print, but I'm just waiting on those tote bags to come in the mail, and I'm so excited because, like I mentioned before, I got other colors as well. So why is this Procolored P13 DTF printer worth it? This printer has definitely been a huge upgrade to our small business. We do have a DTG printer, embroidery machines, a laser engraver, but honestly, having a DTF printer is really going to help us add more unique items to our shop, and I'm really excited to really dive in deep with this DTF printer. Now, we'll still use our DTG printer to print all of our t-shirts and crew necks, but when it comes to tote bags, which is my #1 seller at markets, I'm going to be using this DTF printer. It's perfect for those low-cost items, which is P13 DTF setup, is faster and more affordable, and is way more scalable. Not everyone has money to go out and buy a DTG printer, and this is a lot more attainable, and it doesn't have as many restrictions as DTG printing. It's compact, it's low maintenance, it's easy to use, and honestly, it looks really cute in my studio, or even in your living room, which technically this is my living room. It works with Macs and Windows, and it also comes with its own RIP software. And the built-in YE circulation and the self-cleaning features make it way easier to run compared to a converted DTF printer. Now that was seriously a headache. So if you're looking to expand your product line, sell more things at live events, or start a merch line from home, this setup can definitely do it. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Procolored, for sending me out this P13 DTF printer to test out, and I'm going to be using it a lot for this market prep, because not only am I going to be prepping tote bags, but I plan on using this DTF printer to make hats as well. So that's going to be a whole another video for you guys. And once that festival is done and over with, I will definitely be going over everything that I've sold at this market, and I guarantee it, my tote bags are going to be one of the top sellers. So definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my market prep or my market content. So if you're thinking about starting your own side hustle or getting into DTF printing, feel free to drop your questions down in the comments, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!